Welcome to the Western community, where grace and courtesy is ongoing every day.
What do you want to tell us about grace and courtesy?
You got to be kind to people because it's very important and it's very nice. A sign language for kindness is like this. Like your heart is moving.
The sign language of courtesy is this. Is R with your fingers and then you're looking out to somebody with respect.
What does respect mean?
Re means again and spect means look. And you can see the full picture in someone, like the whole person.
What do you want to tell us about grace and courtesy?
Don't be mean, because it will never get you what you want. It will give you the opposite.
We show grace and courtesy to ourselves by saying, you can do this, you can do hard things.
How can we show grace and courtesy in our work environment?
By not just throwing work on the shelf, and we can put it down nicely and look at the picture. You want to put it in the right place.
What can you tell us about grace and courtesy? Always be kind to other friends so they can be kind to you.
What can you tell us about grace and courtesy?
Don't be rude when you're frustrated. It's important to be respectful.
How we show respect to other people. We could play with them. Maybe we can meet somebody that we didn't know before.
Sorry, forgive me.
It's okay. I know you didn't mean to.
Sorry, I knocked them over. Do you forgive me?
Yes, we can clean them up together.
I'm sorry. I am sick. I'll be more careful next time. How can I help?
You can perfectly help me clean this up.
Okay. Come on.
I had this in my old classroom.
About getting hurt too.
Don't be mean, because you can probably hurt other people like that. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings before. Will you forgive me?
Yes.
Will you play verse 200 with me?
Yes.
How can you show grace and courtesy to other people?
If someone bumped into you at recess and they didn't say sorry, you could go up to them later and say, "Excuse me, can we talk?"
And then what would you say?
When you ran into me, it hurt. Can you be more careful? And of course, they would say sure, and then you would be friends.
A way that we can treat ourselves with respect is learning from our mistakes.
Respecting yourself means listening to your body and figuring out what it needs.
Walk, run, eat, drink. I need to fix my hair.
Also, you can listen to your body when you need to calm down. Like how a hand on our heart. Take some deep breaths.
What do you want to say about grace and courtesy?
I want to say, just because you're jealous doesn't mean you have to be rude or say, well, this, because it's not going to work and it will just affect your friendship. You should be kind and grateful even if you don't have what the other person has.
What do you want to talk about grace and courtesy? Greed is like a virus. The antidote to greed is to be grateful.
Greed is like a virus. It can hurt your heart and it can affect your actions and it can lead to emotional, physical, and mental hurt.
I want to learn about grace and courtesy.
Treat people the way you want to be treated. Because if you don't, my mom said it will really break your heart if you don't.
Grace means get out, or you may be get out. You can say, come play with me. We can show grace and courtesy by asking questions and being good listeners. Hi Miriam, how was your day?
Awesome. How are you?
Good.
Even if you do not know that person that you have never met before, you can still make best friends and sit with them.
For example, you don't want to say, hey, get out of that spot, it's for so-and-so. You can say, hey, you want to sit with me? You can respect others by listening to them. Don't interrupt. What color is being kind?
Don't hurt and don't hurt people. Don't be mean to people's feelings.
How can we show grace and courtesy?
You can show grace and courtesy by forgiving people because it's really important because it makes you happy and them happy.
Sometimes, even if they won't say sorry, you can forgive them. Like, you could use your words to solve the problem. But if they're, like, having a hard day, you can just, like, let it go.
Grace means being kind even if they're not being kind to you. That's what grace means. It means showing them kindness even if they don't really deserve it. How can we show grace and courtesy? You can show by kindness. If somebody being mean, you don't have to be mean back. You can just go play with somebody else.
We can respect others by keeping everyone well. That means we could cover our elbows like this, or we could use hand sanitizer. And we always keep our hands out of our mouth.
First, we have to get our hands wet.
Then we get 1 square of soap.
Then we rub it around. Then we rinse it off.
We get 1 paper towel and dry our hands.
Then we get a paper towel and then we throw it in the trash can. We can respect our learning environment by doing homework and working your brain.
We are going to whisper about work to our work partner.
We keep our school clean. Don't pass it up, pick it up.
Don't interrupt the teacher's work. Use the question board. First, you ask 3 friends to see if you can figure it out. Then you put your name on the question board. Then you get to work on the next thing. We can do the question sheet. Just taking care of my books. We can show grace and courtesy by listening to the teachers.
Make sure to stay quiet in the hallway.
always be kind and respectful because sometimes people is going through a tough time, and if you be mean to them, their heart will feel poor and sad. But if you be kind to them, they'll feel joyous and happy inside their heart.